Hi, welcome, Tao, Mai, and Yongshin. Okay, I just like to know if all of us here are first time on this study group, or has anyone joined before?
I'm the first one. This is Coco.
Okay, first time for Coco.
First time for Tara too.
First time for Tara. So if it's the first time for most of us, let's go through the 101 together, all right? So anybody hasn't got their environment set up or needs some help with that? If not,
I'm working on it. This is Tara. I'm installing Flutter, but you can go ahead and I'll continue in the background.
okay. Just
This
let
is
us
Coco.
know if
Same
you get
here.
stuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
No problem. Hope you get it working, and just let us know if you get stuck.
Okay.
So we're going through the 101 today. And for those of you who have already done that, feel free to try something different. We have a bunch of links in the study group. I mean, in the Slack channel. Audrey, I think you have already got your 101 working. Have you? You have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you, Audrey.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you
yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. I haven't started with the 101 yet, so I just work around the images. Yeah, so managed to get to show the images just now. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay, if you want to, you can try the 101 today, because most of us here today are first time.
Oh, okay. So I've got to go back to the link.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. My emulator is taking a long time to set up. Stop sharing first. Hi, welcome. So today, yeah, Yongshin, please please share. I think some of us might be too shy to ask. Yeah, please share. Great. So for those of you who are new, please follow the 101, which is the, I'll also paste again in case you just joined. But if you have done that already, please try the one Yongshin suggested. Okay, might have a look myself. Oh, can anybody copy and paste in the chat? Or is it just me? I guess we can try typing it in. Okay. Cool.
Hi, this is Coco. I'm wondering, has anyone seen this pre-cache error? Flutter pre-cache is a fail to download Android dependencies.
Would you like to share your screen so we can have a look?
Sure. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
It's the so I'm following the 101.
Yeah.
And then I add then this is the command I run, flutter pre-cache. And then here's the arrow, fail to download the Android dependency.
Okay. I actually didn't run that command. I wonder if we can skip that.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna skip that and then
Okay.
And do the next. Thank you.
Okay. Try Flutter Doctor as well.
Flutter. Okay.
Let me see. Android 2 chain, unable to locate Android SDK.
So I'll try that.
Have you already installed Android Studio?
I have not.
Okay, we need to install that one first.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Thanks.
Right. You can also install Visual Studio Code if you prefer that. Either one will work.
Okay. I have Visual Studio Code.
You do?
Oh, but I need the extension. Okay, got it. Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think we still need to install Android Studio anyway, because when you want to install the Android SDK, it will come with Android Studio, so you cannot run away from that. But after that, then you can choose to use either Android Studio or Visual Studio Code.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that. Thanks for the tip.
Thank you very much. I will install Android. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'm not sure how many joined just now, because I'm not keeping track of everybody, but if you're lost, don't be shy to just unmute yourself or type in the chat, okay? Oh, Lim, you're stuck at the go inside class expression and control I, or via menu code implement methods and choose build. I'm not able to click the implement methods. This is the 101, right? Okay, I think this is for Android Studio. Are you using Visual Studio Code by any chance? Go inside the class code and implement methods. Would you like to share screen? Is that possible? Okay. Question. So, okay. If you go back to your Android Studio Code, okay, put your cursor on My App. Place your cursor there. Okay. So once you click on it first, click on it, and then we try Control I here. So there is a little light bulb. Click on the light bulb, the red light bulb. Okay, can you click on that, please? Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do. Can you try to carry on from here?
What condition?
Hi, Tim. So were you asking what Lim was showing earlier? So Lim was following the 101, which was the blog testfairy.com Flutter 101, how to create beautiful Android and iOS app. And one of the steps is to implement the class function. So there's a little shortcut that you can do, which when you place your cursor on the class, a little light bulb will come out from the side, and that is a little shortcut to help you implement the functions that you need.
Nice.
Does that answer your question, Tim?
Yeah.
Does anybody wants to share their screen and show what you're doing? Tim, do you have anything to show? Nope. That's okay. Yes, Lim, go ahead. How to import Flutter material lib.
You just have to add the import statement at the top where you see, oh, now you are here. I think there is a shortcut to do it also. If you mouse over the stateful widget, oh, there's no light bulb, is it? Can you click on it? There's still no light bulb. Maybe
There is on the side. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, click on this one. And then click on import library material.dart. The second one. Yep. And yeah, this is how you import the material lib.
Anyone else would like to share their screen and progress? Okay, so are you sharing your screen, Lynn, or someone else's? Tara, you're sharing your screen. Are you stuck, Tara? Do you need help? Okay, Lynn, would you like to share your screen again? Okay, so if you have already added the login root, so you can now uncomment the login root line of code, which is on 15. So uncomment means take away the // at the beginning. Take away both. Okay. So the way comment works is that you can add text describing your code. You can also temporarily remove the code by using / in the beginning of the line. Okay, so now you need to import the package Flutter. So you can do the same like before. Put your mouse over login root, click on that, and then wait for the light bulb. And then you can import the file that you have just created. Yeah, the first line. Okay, so from here you can try to build your app and run on the emulator to see if it works. Actually, you can either run it on the emulator or run it directly on your phone if you have your phone with you and connect it to your computer. Okay. So is everyone else doing okay? Tara, you got yours set up? And oh, I think we have lost Coco. So those who have just joined, we are currently doing one for most of us here. But if you have done that already, you can try what Yongshan suggested, which is pasted in the comment, in the chat, okay? Okay. Has anyone done the code Yongshan suggested? If yes, maybe we can show that one.
I think Tao is doing that one, right? But I find that the example might be a little bit complicated. So yeah, feel free to ask me if you're stuck anywhere. I just started to copy paste the code into my Android Studio.
Oh, I just git clone the whole thing. Let me see if I can run it.
Yeah, if you git clone is fine also. But then there are many architecture inside that single repository. So the one that I pasted is just like one subfolder of that.
So what is Redux? Can you explain, please?
Okay, I think I have some slide. Maybe I can show a little bit of introduction first. Let me share my screen. Okay. Wow. Looks like there's many screens for me to share.
Yeah.
I need to change the permission first. Give me a moment.
So when we open an Android project, do we just open the Gradle properties? Do you know what I'm asking?
Can you repeat the question again?
Let's say I have an Android Studio project, for example, like what I git clone from that GitHub. I'm not sure how to open the project. Do I open the settings Gradle or?
No, I think you can just
Open the folder.
Yes.
Open the
Then
folder.
it will recognize which type of project is that. So if you open a Flutter project, then it checks that, okay, you have the pub spec file, you have the Dart file. It's most probably a Flutter project, then you will have your workspace set up.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it says that I need to quit Zoom first.
Okay.
Then I'll quit and join back.
Okay. Okay, we can see a screen motion. Okay, how do you run the emulator and test the 101 script? You should be able to just click the run button at the top. If not, you can launch your emulator by going to Tools AVD Manager and run the emulator from there. Once your emulator is running, then you can click on the green button, the play button to run.
Okay. So here, I just want to say that Redux is a state management approach. So for those who doesn't know what is state, the state is anything that you expect to change in an app. For example, you have your username, your password. Those are state because user can change that, or there are certain things that in your app that can change. For example, your card items, your catalog items, or even like if you have a card count, that count can change also. So you can imagine that your app UI is essentially a function of state. So it reflects the state changes. There are two different types of state. One is we call the local state, another one is global state. So if let's say you have only one widget that need to access the particular state, for example, if you have a form, then you have the username and password, probably you only need to access these two on the form widget. So we call it the local state. Else, if you have more than one widget that need to access the state, for example, you have the cart, you added something to the cart, and then later on you will need to display the cart items when you are checking out. So you need multiple widgets to access the cart state, so you make it a global state. So Redux is just one way to manage the global state. There are many other ways. You might have heard of provider or blog or Mobex, or yeah, there are many different approaches. Redux is just one of the ways. For those who are coming from JavaScript background, might have heard of this because this approach is actually migrated from there. But then you don't have to use Redux everywhere. You still can manage your local state using the vanilla set state. So in our previous study sessions, we have used the set state to do our to-do list app. So you still can use that, but then if you want to share your state with the other widgets, then you can consider to use Redux. So there are many benefits of using Redux. Like what I mentioned here, it is mostly readable, and then it's very easy to maintain because you can compose different functions together. And then also if you want to write unit tests, it's quite easy. So if for those people who doesn't know what is Redux, it might come very complicated for them. So maybe I just give a short introduction here. But the component here means your UI, your app state, like what you see here. And then there are three core concepts of Redux that you need to understand. Like one is action, reducer, and also state. State you already know, which is what I explained just now. So action and reducer. So when you want to change something, like you want to add a new to-do list item. So the add to-do can be an action. Or you want to remove the item, the remove to-do is also an action. So the core concept is you don't directly change the state. Like here, there is no direct path from component to state. It always has to pass through the action and reducer. So whenever you want to change the state, you have to create and dispatch the action. So if I want to add a to-do item, then I dispatch an action called add to-do. Then after that, it will send to the reducer. Reducer will act according to the action. So the reducer will check, okay, I received the action called add to do. So I will return a new state. Maybe I can change the example here. I can return a new state that adds the to-do item into the state. So let's say I have the current state and add the new item. Then after that, this reducer, when it returns this new state, then state will receive the changes from reducer, and then finally our UI, our component can react to the state changes. So it might seem that it is not so straightforward anymore. Why I cannot just directly change the state and then have my UI to reflect the changes. This is because as your app grows more complex, you might have multiple places changing the same state. So sometimes some state changes will complete first, and then you might find it difficult to trace, okay, which UI is creating this change or which UI is causing this change. So with the action, you can trace that, okay, some component or some widget just triggered the action. And then you can see in your debug console that, okay, this action is fired first and then the next one. So it creates a better overview of your app flow. Okay, then now go back to the Git repo. The link that I posted is actually, it brings you to the Redux folder. So here, when you clone, you actually clone the whole repo. You have these many different approaches. So here it just show the implementation example of all the different approach. Like there's the provider approach, there's the block approach, there's also there's Mobex, there's even Firestore. So it depends which approach that you want to use. Then you can come back here and find your example. So today we are going to look into the Redux one. So it actually brings you to the Redux folder. So if just now you have already cloned the repo, I haven't. Let me do that now. Okay, so here I copy the link and then I go to my terminal. Then I can clone it. So now it is cloned. I can go to my Android Studio. Then I open the folder that I just cloned. Okay, this window. Terminate. So now I'm here. Oh, actually I should open this folder instead. But let me do that. Redux. Okay, so once you open it, then because you have not downloaded the packages, so you just click on the get dependencies. Then it will run the pub-get for you. The SDK version, okay. Then that means that I need to change something inside the dependencies. So here it detects that my current SDK version is 2.5, but then the packages inside is a bit old, so it hasn't updated for a while. So what we can do is maybe we try to upgrade the packages. You can click from here or here. I think it's the same. Okay, looks like it is referring to a local path there are some dependencies that are not fetched from the pub.dev. So there are actually two types of packages. You have the packages hosted publicly in pub.dev. There's also local packages. So how you can see is local packages will have the path that links to a local directory. So this is actually one level up. I think maybe I can open it here. Flutter architecture. So where is it? It's actually in the to-do app core. And this too. The one that has problem is the local storage. Okay, let's see if I can open the local storage folder. New window. Can I update this? It doesn't change that my version. I might need to change my local SDK version. How do I do that? Change that version. And we to do that quickly. So here it says that you can set up multiple paths. But this is so troublesome. Let's see. Stack Overflow is our best friend.
Yeah.
This is changing the Flutter version. Maybe I should change the Flutter version, like downgrade it. Here they didn't mention which Flutter version it is using, right? Yeah. Okay, it says that make sure you're on this version. Okay, let me check what is my current version. Maybe I'm using the older one, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm using the 1.9.1 because my my company project is still using this version, so maybe I need to upgrade it. So by typing Flutter version, you can see the list of all versions available. Maybe I can try this. Or I use this one. So to quickly switch the version, I can type this. it's not very quick actually because it needs to download again the SDK, the Flutter engine. Okay, I think that will take some time. So maybe I just quickly explain what you will expect uh, when you have the Flutter packages set up. So once the pubget can run successfully, then you can run the main.dart from the Redux folder. So make sure you already change to the Redux folder, and then choose your simulator and click run. You should be able to start your project. I think we are over 11 now. So maybe I just show you the code pen, because now CodePen has the Flutter support. So if let's say you want to skip the setup, but you don't want to run the Flutter SDK install every time before you can start learning Flutter, then you can come to CodePen. There are many templates that you can try. So you can click try a template. Then here you have many different code starter. Like for example, you can click on this one. So there is a tic-tac-toe app. You click on new pen. Then you can see that on the left, you have the code. Then on the right, you have the app itself. So this is actually working. So you can have a quick preview of your app without having to open your Android Studio, your simulator, and stuff like that. But then I think the disadvantage is you don't have autocomplete in the code editor here. You also don't have the file structure. Like you have to put every widget in one file because it doesn't have the file panel anywhere. You still have the console, so you can debug your app by viewing it in the console. There's also asset. So if you want to use an image or you want to use a custom color or icon, you still can import it here. Yeah, here is just for you to see like a quick preview without having to clone the whole repository and set up things. Yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks, Yongshen. Yongshen, we have a question.
Okay, let's see. Let me quit my screen share.
Is it possible for Flutter to utilize phone fingerprint?
What fingerprint?
The phone fingerprint.
I'm not
Sorry
sure.
to put you on the spot. Maybe we should Google that.
Maybe there's a package already, like there's a Flutter package that you can use. So you can try to Google.
Yeah. So it looks like there is a Flutter local authentication using biometrics, Face ID, and fingerprint.
Ah.
So yeah, it could be a plugin that you need to install to access. functions like that on the phone. Yeah, I guess it's over 11, so if you want to leave, you can. Lim, you had and you about the emulator. If you want to share your screen, you can. Tara, if you have time, you can stay back as well. So as usual, we will continue our communication in the Flutter Study Group Slack channel. So please join our Women Who Code Slack if you haven't already. And if you still have questions, feel free to post in there. We'll try to help. Okay, well, either Lim or Tara, whoever is ready, you can share your screen if you need help. Yeah, you can share your screen now.
So hi, it's Tara. I went ahead and I did step 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like it ran the script, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is trying to find my SDK, and because I followed the instructions, I installed the Dart plugin as well as Flutter. I wasn't really sure I understood for this particular step exactly what it needs. If it needs the Flutter executable, or if it simply just needs to the path to this folder here. As you can see, there's different things in here.
You're not sharing your screen. Can you try sharing your screen again?
Sure, let me do that. Okay, just a second. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can see it.
So wonderful. So as you can see, I ran the script in the terminal for the
All right, this is the exporting part. So you need to add your Flutter to this. Oh yeah, you have. Yes,
Yeah.
you have.
But
oh, okay.
this is what's giving me problem. So it wants the SDK path, but what isn't clear is, do they want the path to this folder, or do they want the path to this executable in the folder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it now. So you just choose the Flutter folder. You don't have to click on the bin file, the bin folder. Yeah, just click this one. Will do. So the only issue here is the project name. Yep,
Okay.
that should do.
Yep. Go ahead and click finish.
All right. As you can see in the back, I did try to open the Flutter example that was in GitHub, but I got an error. It wouldn't build the file because it says it's missing the Dart SDK.
I think you opened the wrong folder because you opened the Android folder. So it tries, so it thinks that you are actually building a native app, but then actually we are running the Flutter project.
Okay. So if I go to the other folder, okay, no, so I closed the wrong one. Hold on. So I went to the Android folder, so I should actually have went to I think there's some in examples. Should I have opened Hello World?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so you can just click on either Hello World or Platform View
Okay.
and open.
Okay.
Now it should be able to recognize this as a Flutter project.
Okay. So if I go up here,
Yeah, you can pick one of the device first. You can see the no devices.
I don't have a device plugged in, but I thought I had an SDK connected. I could be wrong. Maybe that was in the other file. So now I need to install an SDK.
Can you click on the no devices and see if you do have a device? Okay, so actually you can open the iOS simulator. So yeah, you have your iPhone XR.
I have my iPhone with me, but I do not have the right, I have an updated iMac or MacBook, and I don't have the right plug. So the plug that charges my phone is not the one that goes in my MacBook. It's actually a USB-C. So I have the wrong cord with me. I traveled with the wrong cord.
Mhm. Can you go back to your Android Studio and see if it detects your iOS simulator? Click on the drop down again. Oh no, it hasn't detected the simulator.
It's trying to open.
Hmm.
It opened it. See? Can you see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Somehow it hasn't. Oh, it couldn't detect the device. Can you go to the terminal
Sure.
and then run Flutter Doctor?
Okay. Which is exactly how to do that. That's this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, you pasted with the dollar sign. Oh, I still cannot find the binary. Is the path correct?
Yes, I copied it. So what I here? Well, it's to the bin folder.
But is it supposed to be two Flutter folder? Like you have development slash Flutter again, or is it
Slash
just
bin.
one?
Let me show you where I copied that from. So this is a folder, and then I copied the path to this particular document. And I did that before. I did that before I found out that it only needed the path to this folder. So maybe I need to collect this information and do it again.
Can you click on the Flutter folder, like in your Finder?
Yeah.
I think there is only one level of Flutter, like in your export path statement, there might be a typo. You can remove the one of the redundant / Flutter.
You're right. It goes from development to Flutter.
Yeah.
Development to Flutter and not another
here,
Flutter. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you need the $sign in the beginning.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't have one.
You need to remove the redundant Flutter.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Then if I run Flutter. Doesn't like it still.
Oh, I think it's because of the $sign in the path. You don't need the $sign.
I got you.
And then I think there is a command that enable you to export path without replacing the whole path. Let me find out the command.
So if you look at step number 3 in this document.
Yeah, that's step number 3. Because I also don't want you to replace the whole path because it might cause some other program not functioning properly.
Okay.
You can look at the step number 3 in the Flutter install page.
Okay, yeah, I have that directory, but you see how it has a $sign there? You saying it doesn't need that?
Which one do you mean?
And the link you just posted.
Yes, that's actually $sign of the path. So what this means is it will append the new Flutter bin directory to the existing path, so that it's not replacing it directly. Maybe I can show you the full command that you should run.
How is this?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. Let's see. Users. Give me a moment. I'm typing up the command now.
Okay.
Yep. Can you see in the chat now?
Yes. Okay. I don't know why it keeps adding Flutter twice.
I think it's because you tap the arrow up, so it takes the old command. You should also add the dollar path colon instead of the slash users.
Wait. Okay, I see what it's doing. So I got to delete all this first and then drag that over.
Okay.
Because I can't copy from the chat window. I forgot it wouldn't let me do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you might need to change. I think the double quote looks different. You might need to change the double quote manually, because when you copy from the chat, then the double quote is different.
Ah, so it changes it from plain text.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, that's a very different double quote.
Yeah.
But it's changing it for both. It's changing it for both the beginning quote. Let me just type it in.
Yeah.
Why did I put downloads? That's where I had it originally.
Okay. That's good.
I
That's a different message. It's saying no. So it's different than the error before.
The double quote, it messed up the path.
Huh? Messed up the path. Okay. Do you want to do echo path?
Do echo path?
Yeah. ECHO dollar path.
Dollar, then capital path.
Caps. Okay.
In all caps. Yeah, you can see that the double quote, it messed up the path. What can we do now? I think we can open a new terminal and
I think we need to export the paths again.
Yeah, you can quit this terminal first and open a new one. See if it reset the path.
Okay.
Can you try to
Your
open
terminal is yeah, at the bottom.
Okay.
Next to yeah, that's
run echo path again and see what is your path now.
Okay, hold on.
Without
You get
the space
without a
in
space.
between dollar and path. Okay, so it has reset. So you can type again the command, the export path equals to.
Let me open up the chat window again. Um,
It's okay, we can guide you. You do echo, sorry, export, yeah, you're right. Path equals, yeah, dollar path. Yeah, and then you paste the full path. Perfect.
Yay.
Finally.
Goodness.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
No problem. Yeah, you need to accept the licenses.
Okay.
So
Where would you
Flutter
like to do that?
Doctor -- Android license.
Yeah, run the Flutter Doctor, then -- Android licenses.
Okay, I'll do that where?
In the terminal, you can just copy and paste the command from the exclamation mark. Yeah, at the end of this. No, to resolve it,
Flutter Doctor.
you see, to resolve this, run Flutter Doctor -- Android licenses at the end of it.
Flutter.
I'm sorry, I'm a slow reader. I'm trying to figure out where you guys are. Oh, I see it. So I copy this.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Does it matter it's on a different line?
Shouldn't matter, but yeah, okay.
So type Y.
Y.
Y again. Yep.
Oh, so all 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. Okay.
Run the doctor again, Flutter Doctor.
So there's 2 more issues. CocoaPod's not installed.
I think you can start now, unless you want to run the iOS. Oh, you probably do, don't you?
I do have an older version of iOS. I did that on purpose, but I don't need that older version anymore. So I'll update that later.
Xcode. I think you can update Xcode in from your Mac App Store. Can you go to the Mac App Store? Yep. I think here you can, if there's updates, it should check for the updates. I'm not sure.
No.
There's no update. Can you search for Xcode and see?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not installed. Yeah,
No,
it's
I
not.
installed an older version.
Okay.
to run with some old code for a school project.
I see. Yeah, I think after the Xcode is installed, then it should be fine.
What about CocoaPods? Is that something in the new version?
CocoaPod comes with Xcode, so I think
Okay.
once you install Xcode, it should be fine.
All right, well, great. I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I'll uninstall the current Xcode because I don't need that version.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't have my mouse with me today, so makes drag and dropping a little difficult. No, it wants to open. No problem. All right, well, this is going to take some time. Is there anybody else who needs help?
Actually, I'll have to leave this meeting soon. I have another one to go to.
No worries. Go ahead and go because I can do this later. And when we regroup, I'll have this all figured out.
Okay, that's great. So
Thank
please
you,
do
ladies,
join
so much. I appreciate your help.
No problem. Have you joined our Slack?
I haven't. So this is the path.
Yes, I've pasted the link in the chat, so do join.
Okay.
And then we have the Flutter study group inside there, and that's where you can continue to post any questions if you have.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I got it.
Not enough memory for it. If you are running the Android simulator, you don't need Xcode. But if you want to do the iOS simulator, I believe you do need the Xcode. Okay.
Okay, that's helpful. I was hoping just to run the Android simulator. So I think I just need to download an SDK so that it will run. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Or
you can just plug in a phone, an Android phone. It might run as well.
On the Mac, I don't think I can plug in an Android phone. I think I tried to do that and I couldn't, like it wouldn't recognize the device.
Mm-hmm.
It will on my Surface, it will recognize my device, but not on my MacBook. So I'm gonna keep researching and see what I can do. But thank you, ladies, so much. I have the Slack group information and I'll be following up.
Great. Okay. See you there.
Okay. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks, Yongshin. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Maybe you can share it in Slack.
Yeah, I'm thinking of presenting this in the next talk. I'm planning to give a talk in a few weeks. So
That's great. We'll look out for that.
okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I gotta go also for
All right,
my late
bye-bye.
breakfast.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.